don't realize it, that when you become a kind of a style statement, when you become fashionable.
Yes.
Like for me, I have always felt a lack of style when I was growing up. Like,
Maybe that's what made you unique.
Yeah, and in the sense that, always growing up wearing like just that one Bata shoe, white canvas shoe. And I thought the style came from shoes. So I got a shoe fetish later on in life. And then you think style probably comes from these jackets and suits and things. And then you realize style comes from within you.
Yes,
And
absolutely. Well said.
it always comes from when somebody else, like, comes and tells you that you're so cool. And you're like, acha. And you start looking at your dress and it's not really about your dress.
I think it comes down to the persona you want to convey. It can mean a lot of things. Principally applied to my chess, I think style, good taste, all comes in the way you deal with others, you deal with the fans, you deal with the tournament, you deal with your opponents. If you give them respect, you consider that what they're going to do is very difficult for you to overcome and all that, then you're able to put in the maximum effort. And if you feel good in the morning, if you have done the right things, then you carry that through the day, and it helps you get through the difficult moments. So even if you want to peak at some point during the day, like during the game, it starts much earlier. And for me, that's what I try to convey.
Well, firstly, yeah, it's been fun working with Rohit, and it's a lot of fights and lots of things which we agree upon. We sometimes wear the similar clothes to work, and that's how similar we are. And I really can't think, I don't know how everybody does it alone. We both share our work. Sometimes we do menswear, sometimes we do women's wear. But yeah, it's been a great journey. And of course, collaborations is something we get inspired from architecture. Our work is mostly from linear structures. We are inspired by Frank Gehry, from the museums, from art. So it's always taking inspiration from our travel, or we love art, but mostly it's art and travel. It's been a great journey.
Of course we do. I think especially when you're doing collaborations with brands, there's so many things that you have to keep in mind, and it's just not your vision that you have to be selfish about. It's everyone's vision together, and you have to kind of put it all together, mix it up, and then create the final product. And I think the fact that when you do collaborate, you do have some boundaries, I think that's the bigger challenge, and that's the challenge that I think every designer likes to take up, and that's what keeps the creative juices flowing. So I think boundaries are great, but once in a while, not all the time.
Predominantly, I think when I entered into the industry, it was a space for me which I just took up by chance. And I studied fashion and always looked at films as something I aspired to do, but didn't know how to get there. When I did films, everything was trial and error, and I think the most important person who influenced me was Sridevi. I think she's an institute in herself. Her knowledge for colors, her knowledge for the cuts that could look good, and visualizing an overall style to that outfit was something that came naturally to her. And I think over the years that I worked with her for some 14 years, I learned a lot from her.
ब्लेंडर प्राइड का जो पूरा थीम है, जो ब्लेंडर प्राइड फैशन टूर हो रहा है, जिसकी स्टाइल जो है आपके अंदर से आती है, और वो मेरा बहुत सख्त तरीके से मानता भी हूँ, क्योंकि बहुत समय से मैंने भी देखा है कि हम लोग हमेशा जो है किसी और की नकल करने की कोशिश करते रहते हैं, हम कुछ और बनने की कोशिश करते रहते हैं, और हमें समझ नहीं आता क्या गलत हो रहा है। जब एक दिन पता चलता है कि आपके अंदर जो है वही है जो बिकता है, वही है जो लोगों को पसंद है, तो और वो कहीं ना कहीं ब्लेंडर स्प्राइट के साथ अच्छे से ब्लेंड होता है, इसलिए उनके साथ जुड़े हम। अच्छा है, मैं तो पहले बहुत खुश हूँ कि ब्लेंडर स्प्राइट के लिए तरह के आई मेट विश्वनाथन, आनंद जैसे दिग्गज से मुलाकात हुई, ऐसे आदमी से जिसे कभी ऐसी हस्ती जिनसे कभी आप मिल नहीं सकते हो, और इतने सारे डिज़ाइनर से मिले, और यहाँ पे आके अच्छा लगा, बिकॉज कहीं भी कोई चीज़ हावी नहीं थी आपके ऊपर, और आपके बारे में थी, और आपके अंदर के स्टाइल के बारे में थी, आपके पर्सनालिटी के बारे में थी, तो अच्छा लगा मुझे अच्छा लगता है। मेरे को जो करने का मन है, जो मैं करना चाहता हूँ मैं लाइफ में, वो कर रहा हूँ, वो हमेशा अच्छा लग रहा है और बहुत अच्छा लगता है।